Hello to all. It is Wednesday, March 25th, 2020, and I have a current Sacramento market update for you. I'm also going to talk a little bit about California, and there's some good news, some bad news, so stick with me because I think you'll enjoy most of this information. And if you're local in my hyper-local market, I really study Citrus Heights, Orangevale, Fair Oaks, Carmichael, and 3 zip codes of Roseville. Stay on until the end if you're willing, and I'll give you some information on those immediate markets as well. So this is my little makeshift home office. I have like it's probably 8 by 12 office at the Remax Gold office in Fair Oaks. So I'm there every day almost and don't really have a need for a home office. I just use my laptop at home, but I brought a bunch of my stuff here. So I've got my little pens and anyway, on to what you're really interested in. So, just to give you an example of what's going on in the market, in the last 24 hours, Sacramento County has had 46 brand new listings. And just to be clear, this was from 12 p.m. on the 24th through 12 p.m. on the 25th, okay? 46 brand new listings, 24 back on market listings, which isn't a huge surprise. So that was a total of 70 active new listings. 57 of those went pending. Well, not of those, but 57 homes went pending in the last 24 hours. And 25 homes have been recorded as closed, which means there could be as many as double that just haven't been recorded as closed yet. So guys, there is still a ton of activity happening in the market. I was surprised myself to see these results, even though I did just open escrow for a buyer myself. So what does this mean? The market is still active. We still don't have a lot of inventory. So right now the demand continues to outweigh the supply, and that is keeping pricing pretty stable. We did see in that 24-hour period about 15 price reductions. Not all of those were due to coronavirus, but I will tell you only 5 of those had been on the market for less than 2 weeks. So 10 of the 15, which is about 67%, most likely did a price drop like they would have anyway after being on the market for 2 weeks without an offer. We also saw 3 price increases. So you never really know what's going on with each individual property, but we are seeing, obviously, with those 24 homes back on the market, some people are panicking, but a lot of people aren't. And I know for some of the buyers I'm working with right now, they're kind of excited that some of these homes they were looking at and couldn't get into a week or 2 ago are maybe hitting back on the market. Now they can scoop them up. So there's always silver lining in everything, you guys. The California Association of Realtors, however, has revised their 2020 outlook. So based on what's happening in the market and in our economy and what we expect to happen over the next 30, 60, 90 days, they have changed their outlook and they're estimating approximately an 8% decline in the total number of sales in 2020 compared to 2019. And that's mostly dependent on what we're expecting to see in a decline in sales in second quarter, which is April, May, June. And then they're also expecting to see as much as a mid-single digit decline in pricing. So that would be somewhere between, I'd say, 3.5% to 6.5% if you're looking at mid-single digits, which isn't huge, but we were originally estimating about a 5.6% appreciation in pricing. Now, all of this is totally dependent on how long the coronavirus pandemic lasts, obviously, and how long it takes our economy to recover. And also keeping in mind that Sacramento is a really special market in the way that our market has already been doing better than other California markets for quite some time. And we're seeing that it still continues to perform better than other markets in California. So that's good news. Most importantly, I think, is to remember that when this is all over, the market is likely to go crazy. So all of the buyers and sellers who are sort of holding off right now because of the coronavirus pandemic are very likely to pull the switch as soon as it's over. So you're going to have a real flood of buyers. We might also have a flood of inventory, which could be really good. But I think if you have some serious needs right now, it's worth having a discussion and considering whether or not waiting is really the right idea. So if you are a seller and you have a vacant home, there really is no reason to wait to list your home, especially if you are thinking that prices might go down, right? So if you have a vacant home, definitely talk to me. We should list it. If you live there, we can talk through strategies on how we could potentially market the home right now. But if you don't have an immediate need to sell, it might be worthwhile to hold off, okay? That's my honest opinion. Buyers, if you are still thinking about buying, you're not alone, obviously, with what was that, 46 pending sales in 24 hours? That's huge. So obviously there are a lot of people purchasing property. You are not alone. Let's talk strategy. It's a very different market. We might actually start to see 60-day escrows, maybe even 90-day escrows. The California Association of Realtors did just put out a new coronavirus addendum that really protects buyers more than sellers, so we can talk through that. And I think there are ways on both sides, whether you're the buyer or the seller, there are ways to protect the transaction and your investment. We just have to talk through them and be real. So I'm going to be posting buyer and seller specific videos by the end of the week with my strategy, my best practices, how to get into contract now, even with the shelter in place order, and just how we would go about doing all of that if you are someone who's actually motivated to buy or sell right now. So any questions, please give me a call, 949-357-6614. You can also text me or email me at emily@emilylistman.com. I'm here to help. And even if you just want some advice on what's going on in the market, you can always look for my updates, give me a call. I'm home. I've got lots of time. I can't go show homes. So I've got time for you and I'm here to help. Talk to you soon. Bye.